Hey everyone, welcome to my home and welcome to my channel, A Ginger Can. My name is Brian and today A Ginger Can talk about Raspberry Pi. We're not baking today, we're not even in the kitchen. Raspberry Pi in this instance is a very small form factor computer. This video is geared more or less towards the amateur radio community. Within the Amateur Radio Emergency Services group here locally, it's been requested a couple of times to do a Raspberry Pi video, and since I am the training coordinator for the group and I have a background in IT, it only makes sense to knock this out. Let's talk about what the goals for this project are. First of all, personally, I want an accurate clock. I have a computer, obviously, but the clock is small and I like being able to look down and say, okay, it's 3:41, okay, it's 22:42. I just switched. UTC. So I have a clock on my desk that displays local and UTC. I can look down, it's pretty large. It's the MFJ148RC. My problem with this clock is it doesn't stay synchronized. I can take it to a different room, get it synchronized, bring it back, and within 24 hours it's at least 3 seconds off, and it gets worse every day. So right now it's not even 3:40. This says it's 3:42. It's driving me nuts. It's a great clock. It just doesn't work for me in this location. Another goal is I want one place for all my amateur radio programs. They used to sit on my PC. Recently I suffered a catastrophic failure. I lost 2 hard drives at the same time within the machine. So it took my main drive and the backup drive, and I just lost everything. It's just gone. I want to free up my PC from doing radio duties. I want something dedicated so that I can jump on either HF, VHF, do digital modes, and I don't have to tie up my PC to do that. This is also practice for setting up mobile digital communications. I have a Go kit with a HF, VHF, and UHF radio. It's an ICOM 706 Mark II-G. Love that radio. Very simple to use, beautifully designed. And I want to be able to do digital communications. Traditionally, I would drag out a laptop, which is, all my laptops are heavy, the batteries are terrible. So having a small form factor computer is perfect for that. Now we'll talk about the parts. For a Raspberry Pi project, obviously you'll need a Raspberry Pi. In this case, it's a Raspberry Pi 4 gigabyte model. You'll need an SD card for the operating system and all the programs. As I mentioned, this is going to sit on my desk, so I'm going to have a nice 7-inch display. It's going to show me local time, UTC, and a couple of other things, and we'll get into that in future videos. I need a case for everything, a power cable so that it turns on, and I bought a GPS receiver and antenna. I don't need it for this project, but it's something to practice with. This project is going to sit on my desk, it's going to be connected to my network, and I'll have network time. It's going to have NTP, network time, but this is for a future project like the mobile setup. I can take that out, and I just want to make sure I'm familiar with it so that I can roll it into the next project. So let's look at the parts. Right here is the Raspberry Pi, and to give you a size comparison, up here is a 7-inch display, 7-inch diagonal. So you can see the Raspberry Pi is really tiny. As I mentioned, we need a case. This is the case right here. It's going to be propped up with the display. I have a couple of power options. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet, so I bought the wall wart, and then I have a couple of USB to USB-C cables, one for the screen, one for the Pi. Although the case comes with this splitter, so it takes one USB-C and then splits it out into 2, one for the screen and one for the Pi. Not sure how I'm going to set this up yet, but we'll get into that. And then, as I mentioned, this is the GPS antenna, and this is the GPS receiver. Pretty simple. Not pictured as the SD card. I'm not sure where I put that. I'm gonna have to find that. So that's all I got for today. I just wanted to do a quick video of what this project is, and then a rundown on the parts. I'll have all the parts linked down below so that if you're so inclined, you can go ahead and purchase it and follow along with the project. This is the first video in a series of videos on this project. The next video is going to be assembly, and I need to figure out how I'm going to work the camera for that. So this has been A Ginger Can. Again, my name is Brian, and A Ginger Can talk about a Raspberry Pi project more or less geared towards amateur radio. So if this interested you, great. Give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Share this video with anyone that might be interested in Pi. Raspberry Pi. I'll leave a comment down below if you have specific programs that you're looking for that may or may not work. And that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.